Good morning, children. Did you complete last week's work? Very good. Are you ready for revisions? Okay. Today, as I have already told you about the portion, it is chapter 8, 10 and 12, all even chapters. Okay. So, chapter 8, Congruency of Triangles, that is what we are going to revise today. Okay. So, in this chapter, we have learned congruency of line segments. Let me write what we have learned. Congruency of line segments. Then we have learned about congruency of triangles. What is the meaning of congruency of triangles? Then we have learned about the criteria of congruency. Criterion of congruency of triangles. So in this part we have four in this we have learned, and that is what we are going to revise. So step by step we are going to move forward. In this we have learned SSS. What is the full form? Side, side, side. This is one criteria that we have learned, that is S, S and S. Then B, what did we learn? Side, angle, side. Side, angle, side. So S, A, S. And then in this we have learned ASA, that is angle, side, angle. Angle, side, angle. Then the last part, the last criteria for congruency of triangles we have learned RHS, that is right angle, hypotenuse, side. Hypotenuse, side. RHS. Okay. So right angle, hypotenuse, side. These are the criteria for congruency of triangles. This is what we have learned. So first thing what you are going to do is take out your homework book, because revisions you are supposed to write in your homeworks. So open your homework book, write today's date, write the chapter's name, chapter 8 congruency of triangles, write FA2 revision, and then write what are the topics that we have learned, or what are the things that we have covered in this chapter. So first thing, copy all this in your homework book. Now after copying this, as we discuss and as we do the problems, you see that you have covered all these topics when you are preparing for your FA. Okay? Each and every topic will be covered in your FA exam. So see that when you complete a chapter, you should be knowing all these things. Then only that means that you have complete preparing for that chapter. Okay? Copy this in your homework book, children. Okay, children. Now let us understand what is the meaning of congruency. When can you say that two objects are congruent to each other? When two objects have same shape and same size, they are congruent to each other. For example, you see this. What are these two? They are chalks. Now you can see that their length is same and their size is same and their shape is also same. Are you able to see? Is same. So let's see. See this length is same, and if you check this length, this is same, and then this also is same. So you can see that two objects are congruent to each other when they have same shape and size. When shape and size are same, they are said to be congruent to each other. Understood? Means congruency of line segments. You know that line segments have two end points. Okay? Line segments have two end points. If this is AB and this is CD and both their lengths are same, they are said to be congruent line segments. Congruency of line segments is true. So here what you have to remember is length should be same. Length. Okay? Length should be same. If two line segments have same length, then they are said to be congruent to each other. So AB line segment and CD line segment are congruent. What is the symbol? How can you write the symbol of congruency? Yes? It's like an equal to and an inverted S. This is the congruency symbol. So congruency of line segments can be represented in this form. AB line segment is congruent to CD line segment. Understood this? Okay. Now moving on to the next concept, which is congruency of triangles. Congruency of triangles. When two triangles, when can you say that two triangles are congruent to each other? Okay. So when two triangles have same length and same angles, you can say that two triangles are congruent to each other. Two triangles are congruent to each other. So now let us see the other criteria for congruency of triangles. So the first one what we have learnt is side, side and side congruency. Okay. For this, if I take an example, let's draw the figure. Triangle ABC. Okay, DEF. So here in the name itself, it is given as side, side, side congruency. So this is nothing but sides are equal. Okay, it doesn't mean that all the sides are equal. Okay, this AB corresponding side is DE. Okay, so the corresponding sides should be equal. Remember this. The corresponding sides should be equal. Then you can say by SSS criteria, you can say that two triangles are congruent to each other. So now let's write the corresponding sides. AB is equal to DE and then AC is equal to DF, BC is equal to EF, BC is equal to EF. All these are line segments, so we are going to write a symbol of line segments. So as all the three sides of one triangle are equal to the corresponding sides of the other triangle, you can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. DEF. Understood this? So whenever you have some problems or some figures which are given for you to solve for your FA, what you have to do is you have to write what are the corresponding sides and which criteria are you using to tell that the two triangles are congruent to each other. So here in the bracket you have SS criteria. Clear with the concept, children? Okay, let's move on. So now let's do exercise 1 first problem. Let's read the question. Decide whether SSS congruency is true with the following figures. Give reasons. This is a question given and you are given a pair of triangles where you have to decide whether they are congruent or not. So now in the figure you can see that a marking is given. What does this marking mean? Very good. You're all right. So here, this corresponding angle for this side is this part. Okay. When two lines are drawn here, this and the two lines which are there in the other triangle, they are corresponding sides. So let's begin right here. So this is BN, which is equal to CR. First one corresponding side we have finished. Let's write the second one. BE is equal to CA. Next, NE is equal to AR. So here you can see that three sides are equal to each other. They asked you to write whether the condition is true. So let's write triangle NBE is congruent to triangle RCA. So congruency, is it true or false? Right, it is true because all the three sides are equal to the corresponding sides. You know that by SSS criteria, you can tell that these two triangles are congruent to each other. Now let's do the second bit. So here you can see, let's try to write the corresponding sides. LD is a common side, so you know that both of them will be equal. And here 4 and here also it's given 4, so these two sides are equal. Now the other third side, you can see that SL is 2.5 whereas DA is 3. Is it equal? No, very good. So these two sides are not equal to each other. Only two sides are equal and third side is not equal. So now let us write LD is equal to LD, common side. Then LA is equal to SD. Then SL is not equal to AD. Because of their length, they are not equal. So triangle SLG is congruent to triangle ADL. Is it true or false? It is false. Very good. So this is false. Understood this, children? Copy in your homework books. So now the second question is, for the following congruent triangles, find the pairs of corresponding angles. Congruency of triangles we were discussing about. So when two triangles are congruent to each other, all its parts will be equal. How many elements are there for a triangle? 6. Very good. So all the 6 elements should be equal to each other. So when 3 sides are equal, 3 angles also should be equal. So here in the question they have given that the two triangles are congruent to each other. Okay. So according to SSS criteria, they have given that both of them are congruent to each other. Now you are supposed to write what are the corresponding angles which are equal. Okay. So initially let us write the corresponding sides. Looking at the figure, you can write PQ is equal to QR. PT is equal to RS. Then QT is equal to QS. QT is equal to QS. So it's easy for you to identify the angles here and write there. PQ. PQ. So the angle formed here is angle P, which is equal to Q, and Q is common. So whatever is uncommon, that is going to be the angle. Okay. So angle P is equal to angle R. Now here PT and RS. PT and RS. Let us leave this for some time. Let us write the last one. QT and QS. Q and Q is common, so angle T is equal to angle S. So here angle P we have finished writing, R we finished, S we finished, T is finished. What is left out? Q. Angle Q is left out, and you know that angle Q is having two parts. Okay, so two angles are formed here which will be equal to each other. So when you have angle Q two parts, what you are going to take is, you are going to take the combination of vertices which is going to represent the angle formed here. Understood? Okay, so let's write now angle PQT. PQT. This angle should be equal to RQS. RQS. When we were actually doing with the chapter, I have explained to you whatever angle is there in the middle, whatever vertex is there in the middle, that is the angle that we are representing. Okay, so angle PQT is equal to RQS. Understood? These are the corresponding angles. When you write the corresponding sides, it is easy for you to write the corresponding angles. So let us write the heading corresponding angles. Okay, so these are the corresponding angles you got. Now let's do the second bit. So here PQO and ORS. So these are the triangles which are given. So now let's write. You know that this side and this side, these two sides are equal. Okay. So this side and this side is equal, and this side and this side is equal. Okay. These two sides and these two sides are equal. When two sides are equal for a triangle, what are they? Very good. Isosceles triangles. This is actually not required for you for this problem, but it's just like revising. We are just revising. Okay. So now let's write the corresponding sides. Corresponding sides, and then we are going to write the corresponding angles. Which is equal to OS, then QO, which is equal to OR, and then PQ is equal to RS. PQ is equal to RS. Now let us see here. You can see that the vertex O is common, so the angle here is angle P is equal to angle S. And here O is common again, so this is angle Q is equal to angle R. Now PQ is equal to RS, nothing is common here. So now you can see that angle P we have written, angle Q is finished, angle R and angle S are finished. So angle O you need to write, and it is having two parts. So you have to take the combination of the vertices where you are going to have O at the center. So angle POQ. Here PQ is given, so POQ is equal to angle ROS. So ROS is equal to POQ. Understood this? Copy in your homework books, children. Okay children, exercise 1, problem 3 is for homework. There only choose the correct answer is given. You look at the figure carefully and decide which is the correct option. Okay, that is for homework. Now let's do the fourth problem. In the figure given below, AB is equal to DC, AB is equal to DC, DC. These two are equal, and AC, AC, that is the diagonal part, is equal to DB. DB is as the diagonal, these two are equal. Is triangle ABC congruent to triangle DCB? This is the question given. So let's write the what is given. Let us write. AC is equal to BB. How do you know this is given? These two conditions are given. So let's write that. So here you can see that two sides of a triangle are equal to the corresponding two sides of the other triangle. So you are left with only one side, and that side also will be equal. It's very obvious. So let's write the last side, that is AD is equal to BC. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DCB. Is it true? Yes, it is true that both the triangles are congruent to each other. Understood this part? So for today your homework is problem 3, and then one example problem is there before the exercise. Example 1, you need to practice that, and exercise 2. Just the definition of it and practice exercise 2, and if you have any doubts, let me know. Send me WhatsApp message if you have any doubts in exercise 1, or if you want me to teach some specific problems in exercise 2, just send me a message. Okay? See you in the next class, children. Have a great day.